this is Jonathan, and we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of the CBD Tarot de Marseille and the Tarot de Maria Ceila. Both of them are Marseille decks. I have not organized these decks in any way. This is just how they're coming out of the tin box. I just got these yesterday, and I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison. This one comes in this nifty little tin, has a little white book, has the trumps written up in just like a paragraph, talk about the 4 suits, then goes into number by number. So, 6, and then batons, coupes, épées, deniers, so forth. And then, let me just finish getting this one out. Then let's see what this one's like. This one also has a slightly bigger white book. Talking about introduction. And both of these are printed by US Game Systems. Actually has quite a few little things in here, and then the write-up starts there. These are just quick interpretations. They have upright and inverse. Let's see, this one has 55 pages. This one has 55 pages. Well, the books are similar. So, the CBD Tarot de Marseille, a faithful reproduction of the traditional tarot cards based on the standard deck printed in Marseille by Nicolas Convert, 1760, restored and adapted by Yoav Ben-Dov, 2010. And this one the print here is 2017, so that's probably when they got the mass-produced rights. And then this one, Tarot de Maria Ceila by Leonard Jim Narciso. And then there's a little intro here about Filipino artist and illustrator Leonard Jim Narciso has been designing tarot decks for over a decade. His decks reflect his interest in a wide variety of artistic styles. His charming Vanessa Tarot was published in 2006 by US Game Systems Incorporated. Leonard also enjoys doing paper and woodcrafts and merging new ideas and concepts in a brainstorming process he calls conceptual collaging. Okay, good to know. Let me move some of these things out of the way so I can make sure. There we go. A little more space. It's always nice. So, the difference in size is rather noticeable. But the little one I think will be good for reading on camera, whereas the CBD is be better reading in person. But I mean, you can see where this was based on this. Oh, and the peacock's going off. So here we have the Popes, La Papes, I love the added little stars in the background there. I don't know if you can see that. Star field behind the veil. Here we have the Empress. See, here it looks like a throne she's sitting on. Here, the throne almost looks like wings. It's very interesting. You can see, because this is the original, this is the modern interpretation of the original. I do like that in this deck they added like backgrounds. I mean, it makes it, this one the figure stands out a lot more because it's on a white background, but in person this one, I don't know, kind of pulls you in, gives it a more of a cartoony 3D look, I guess. So obviously the trumps are all going to be in order. In this one you can barely even tell that's a person. Here you can definitely see that it's a person. It's very interesting. But you can see that this is definitely based on this. The Lovers, L'Amorex. This one has VT written on it. This one is just blank. I wonder what that VT stands for. They both got the face shoulder pads though. 8 is Justice. The throne here is way more rounded. Again, gives the illusion of wings almost. This hermit's very interesting. Blonde with a dark beard. And there's that starry field again. But they did the striped ground like you see here. La Rue de Fortune. Here they keep the V's, or the U and V shape. Here you actually have faces. Here they're just all weird creatures. Weird creatures, human faces over here. It's interesting comparing them because, you know, you can see where the modern take comes in. Like that is a square at the bottom, whereas this is just like two bars with like connectors. Huh. Similar yet different. You can see how this is based on this though. I keep saying that. But it's just obvious that it's like Although here you have the lion behind the woman, here the lion's in front of the woman. And here, obviously, there's major difference. The arms are behind the back. The arms are just hanging down. He's got a big old mustache. He's clean shaven. But very similar otherwise. Interesting that no title in here, but there's still a number, 13. Here, no title or number. Obviously very much based on each other. Except here you have hands, and there you have feet. And again, starry sky put in the background. Temperance. For a second it looked like she had multiple wings, but it's just the feathers are colored differently. And that water is not just, that's flow, that looks like a flow, this looks like a gusher. And again, starry sky in the background. Go with La Diable. Oh, there we go. This one obviously has a lot more glare than this one. I mean, they both can be glary, but this one seems to catch it easier. Oh, excuse me, I think I need to sneeze. Oh god, I hate when I get a sneeze tickle, but nothing happens. Sorry about that. Interesting that the people are purple over here, and the devil is greenish. And there's eyes in the knees. This one you can actually see the devil's privates, and here he's got undies on. But there's a face in his belly. Yeah, it looks like there's lots of smoke in the background on that one. Interesting too, this one here is looking right at you. These guys are looking at each other, and the devil's looking at you. Let's compare the devil faces real quick. He looks scary. He's just cute. Tongue sticking out. No tongue. Les mensonges de deux. Sky is dark here, but they both have the little colored balls. And then what is that coming? It's not a lightning bolt, that's for sure. These guys almost look happy to be falling. She looked kind of happy. He does not look happy. Interesting. Here we have the star cards. Interesting, over here this star looks like a comet almost. This star's got a belly. This one's got very perky boobs. the moon. The moons look very different here. The rest of it looks pretty much similar. I guess the crayfish look different too. But those moons! This one's looking off to the side. This one's face on, but looking. They almost look like they're looking at each other. That's interesting. Here we have the sun. This one, they're reaching for each other. This one's arm is bent funny. And the suns look very different. And this one has some added background. This one's just them standing in front of the wall. Here we have Le Jugement. Still got the purple guy. This one's very, very similar. Here we have the world. This one is slightly different. I mean, still get the animals in the right spots. But this world has cloth draped around her. This one, like the cloth's more like a cloak, and then she's got some leaves covering her privates. Oh, and this wreath is missing the little tie at the top. After this, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be in the same order, but I'll still go through them maybe just a little quicker. Pretty similar. Again, I like how in this one there's actually some background atmosphere instead of just being on a white field. But I can understand why you'd want just the white field. Makes the imagery pop. Oh, see, already messed up here because we got staves, coins, cups, staffs, batons, sorry. Swords, cups, épées, coupes, denara, épées. So, yeah, I don't know. And then we get into the quartz here, and this continues with the twos, the threes. So let me just see if we can. Let's just look at the aces, and then probably just call it a day, because I think my camera's almost full. Sorry about that. My card filled up right when I said my card was about to get filled. But it gave me a moment to delete something off the card, and while that was deleting, I reorganized a little. So before it fills up again, because I need to upload what's on there to make my videos on YouTube, let me just do the aces real quick. I organized them, and then the court cards. I think the pips will just leave for now. So there's the batons. Coupes. Definitely has a different vibe. This one almost feels hairy with so many things on it, whereas this one, it looks just like tassels. The bottoms are different too. The tops are very similar. Here we have the Ace of Swords. Not many of those little filigrees. Guess didn't want to keep filling them in. And these almost look like the same branches, whereas these are obviously two different types. If I remember right, it's the palm and the olive branch, and these just both look like olive branches. Coins. Very flowery. And again, there's that aged look in the background, like it's dipped in tea or something. And then we have I put them in order, so we'll look at the valets, the chevaliers, the queens, and the kings. Very similar. The valet de coupes. Same kind of vibe going on for sure. This must be oh, I think it's the lid of the cup. Okay. Not sure what's going on with the clothes there. Here we have the valet of... This one just says valet. This one says valet de épée. Valet de épée. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious which one they are. Here it's written on the side. Now we have the knights. That's interesting. This is just a baton. This is like got branches coming off of it. And again, this one says chevalier, chevalier de baton. So, but you know, look at that size difference. Probably helped not to have to write the whole title. Knight of Cups. Knight of Swords. Knight of Coins. This one actually almost looks like a woman. Now we're getting into the reinas, the queens. Queen of Wands, very similar in look and demeanor. I mean, obviously the color is different, but Queen of Cups. Interesting, over here it almost looks like she's holding a sword. And here it just looks like she's holding a baton. Huh. She looks happy. She looks a little discontented. Here we have Queen of Swords. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to like figure out how to hold these so that they're both on screen. See, this one, it's easy to keep on screen. This one's long, so... Queen of Coins. Now for the rois, or kings. Roi of Staves. Roy of Swords, King of Swords. And then we have the King of Coins. Very similar vibe for all the courts. And then, well, I didn't organize these, so let's just hold up the 2 of coins to compare them. And then I think I'll call it a day because, well, I mean, I would have to totally sit down and reorganize all these because these guys are 2s, 3s. This one now, as you can see, is just going into it. So I don't know. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I can keep going because of the whole. Well, then I have to. I'll just look at a couple of the coins. So, see, very similar. Just a little more stylized over here. Oh, and these dinars, as you can see, they have kind of more of that star vibe in the middle, whereas these guys are more flowery. 4, 5. So that's interesting. Here we got 2 of batons. So it really is just has this like aged look, like it's an old deck, got that yellowish vibe. This one is painfully recreated from the original, and it's on white like it was originally. But I'm sure you don't want to hear my dog eating. Anyway, so that is the CBD Tarot de Marseille and the Tarot de Maria Ceila. Very interesting. I mean, you can totally see the similarities, and they're obviously both Marseille decks. So I look forward to playing with them. Do you have either one of these? Do you have both? How do readings go for you with these decks? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, aloha.